All right, good morning on this Sunday. WFAA meteorologist Kyle Roberts here. Remember, the months of April and May are peak of severe weather season here in North Texas. Of course, we can have severe weather any time of year, and we've definitely seen that in the fall, in the winter, in the summer. It can happen anytime, but April and May, definitely the peak of our severe weather season, and sometimes things can ramp up rather quickly, and we're seeing that with our severe weather threat for today. Yesterday, things didn't look all that bad today. It was maybe a little bit of wind, maybe a little bit of hail, but as ingredients are coming together, severe weather threat has increased for today in all of DFW. Most of North Texas now in a 3 on a scale of 5 for your severe weather threat. This is for this afternoon into this evening. We'll talk the timing coming up here in just a minute. Very large hail possible, potentially golf ball size or larger, damaging wind gusts, and the tornado threat definitely not zero today as well. There is a potential for tornadoes with the strongest storms that we are going to have later on today. So if you have afternoon and evening plans, you absolutely need to stay weather aware as we head through the day today. Nothing really going on right now, just a few showers across our eastern areas. Not concerned with those. That's not our severe weather threat for today. Your morning plans, go about those. Even maybe your lunch plan's going to be fine. But after, starting around lunchtime and into the afternoon, really start paying attention to the weather. There you go. Nothing happening this morning, but as this dry line starts to move into North Texas, we're going to see storms develop along that dry line early to mid-afternoon across our western areas. More storms will kind of develop maybe along and out ahead of that dry line and then move across the DFW area and across North Texas this afternoon into this evening. So there's 4 o'clock, maybe a few storms in and around DFW. This first round of storms that moves into DFW, maybe not the higher severe threat, maybe just a chance for a little bit of hail. It's these storms back farther to the west that form a little closer to the dry line that would have a higher potential severe weather, and these would be those supercell storms. This isn't a line of thunderstorms. These are those supercell storms, the ones that are capable of very large hail, damaging wind, and potentially carrying a tornado threat as well. So any one of these storms that you see could be severe during that time frame. There's 6 o'clock. Remember the Rangers game, Taylor Swift going on this evening. If you're headed to either one of those events, pay attention to the weather and have a plan if you need to seek shelter while you're trying to walk into the game or the event or whatever's going on. So there's 6 o'clock. There's 7 o'clock. Storms definitely over DFW at that time. 8 maybe starting to move east to DFW, East Texas, eastern North Texas, 9 to 10 o'clock, and they'll keep on moving to the east as we head into the nighttime hours. So your window for storms, 1 to 6 or so for western North Texas. Window for storms for DFW about 4 to 8. Remember, it could be 1 or 2 rounds of storms during that time frame. And then we'll say 6 to 11 for eastern North Texas and over into East Texas. All this activity moves east overnight tonight. We're dry as we head into tomorrow morning. That dry line's going to hang out tomorrow. We will have a stronger cap in place tomorrow than what we're going to have today. So storm development tomorrow, much lower than today. I mean, maybe an isolated storm forms tomorrow. If one does, large hail will be the concern. But as of now, the threat's a 1 on a scale of 5 just because it's going to be much harder for any storms to form during the day tomorrow. Then on Tuesday, a little bit higher threat for storms, especially for our eastern areas and up into northeastern North Texas as a more potent storm system arrives. And unfortunately, some of the same areas that really saw that severe weather last Friday are under the gun for severe weather again this upcoming Tuesday. Then a front moves in. It's much cooler the second half of the week. Look at tomorrow, 90, then 87 Tuesday, but then we're down into the 60s for highs. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There might be a little rain around for Easter weekend, but at this point, I do not see it being a washout. Remember to always stay tuned to WFAA.com and online and to our social media channels. We will keep you updated all day long.